and the downloads, everything comes through portals. And we've seen that in Stargates, in Ziggurat, all around the world. You know, there are these really unusual things. Sorry, I've got two Frenchies, and one of them has actually just decided that he's a long-haired one. He's decided that he's having the most fun at the minute. So I might kick them out in a minute because you know they're starting to do the zoomies. No zoomies. Go and sit down. Sorry. Yeah. So So basically, I kind of come from this place of wanting to know everything about everything, and it was that sort of. I had a near-death experience when I was a little kid, and we were talking about this earlier on. And when I had my near-death experience, I literally floated up into the hemisphere. I was up in space, and I saw like the pillars of creation, and I was being, I was so peaceful, had no pain. I could hear something. I understand why people call it music, but it wasn't music. But it was angelic, beautiful, and I felt so calm. And I remember floating towards these pillars of creation and then zooming back into my body. And and a lot of people will tell you that after they've had a near-death experience, they are connected to the other side. So I've had some really interesting experiences, I guess, at work. I used to have a shop in Camden, a few shops in Camden, worked at like a lot. I'm not allowed to say places, am I? That I've worked. Am I allowed? I'm not allowed.
You can say the name of the shop.
I've worked at Mysteries in Covent Garden. I've worked at Northwest 6 in West Hampton. I've worked at loads of places, right? And all the decent psychic places. And I've met so many people and done so many readings, and it still to this day fascinates and shocks me that I can meet a complete stranger and just touch their hand, and I can tell them their deepest fear or their deepest pain or their deepest regret just by touching a hand. And with a pack of tarot cards, I can delve into their whole life. I can fix things and problems and whatnot. But I guess I'm a very practical man, being especially a fourth generation psychic. It's made me very practical. And I think, what is the point if you can't help? If you can't get people onto the right paths and the paths that they're meant to be on? Everyone should be on their best path. And the best path is paying it forward, being happy in your life, being productive, helping others. This is my whole reason for doing what I do, because I want to see everyone glowing and flying and feeling amazing. Does that make sense? So
yeah, that's a good one. I keep getting feedback. Everyone's telling me. Are you getting any feedback on your side, Chris?
No feedback. But let me try and. I've got to be honest. My house is like literally filled with technology. So has that sorted it?
I don't know. It's mainly when I talk, which wasn't here before. No.
That's it. Everything's off now, apart from the phone.
Okay, let's go to. We've got a couple. Right, you can start if you like with Layla Victory. Thank you for the super chat. And
1 second.
She
Before
says
we start,
she would love a card.
Let me just throw these zoomy dogs out.
Okay.
Come on. Out. One stay, one go. Thank you. Okay,
are you guys getting
into the live?
We're getting lots of feedback here.
That's okay. Hang on. So one. Let me just mute this. Two. So what's happening is your guest, the sound's coming out of their phone, and then it's going back into the phone microphone, and it's being kept in a perpetual loop, because when I've muted Chris's mic, there's no issue. When we turn Chris's mic back on, you'll hear me and his speakers coming out and going back around. So, Chris, do you have a set of headphones?
Do not. I never use them.
That's okay. I'm going to try and fix this for you, mate. Don't worry. I got you.
Oh, thank you. You're a star.
So what we'll do in the meantime, Layla Victory would love a card. So get shuffling, and we'll do the shuffling in the meantime while Ron works his magic.
I also need to set up your assets for you too. This one. And this one. 1 second. Sorry. Whoa. So I'm unmuting you now, Chris. I do apologize about this.
No worries.
I don't know Could you try turning your volume down a little bit for me?
It could be that. Is that
Testing.
better?
Testing. So what I'll do, if I mute me and Bev and you talk, let's see if it works if there's no one else talking but you.
Okay. So does Layla have a question, or would she like me to just pull some cards at random for her?
So what you need to do, Bev, is you just need to mute yourself when Chris is talking, and vice versa, Chris. It's going to be a bit of a pain for you. But all you need to do, Chris, is next week just order yourself like a little $5 set of earbuds or something, and that will eliminate the issue.
I'm going to change. I'm going to change stand. 1 second.
Yeah, that's all right. Mate.
Okay. Yeah. So I will just mute when Chris and then he. Okay, I've got it.
So you mute Chris when you're talking, and then when Chris goes to answer, you unmute him and mute yourself. It's a common thing. It's a frustrating little tech thing that happens. Okay. So viewers, I do apologize for this interruption to your wonderful programming, but I just want to say that was Mrs. Mac, one of the mods, spamming me on Discord going, feedback, Bev needs help, there's feedback. So here I am.
Well, thanks, Mrs. Mac. That's lovely. Thanks, Ron. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Listen, have a great show, guys, and remember to unmute. Oh wait, Chris, you may have testing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate. For some reason, you fixed it, Chris.
I've changed stand. So I was using a different stand before. Now I've moved it over to a stand that should be charging.
Maybe it was the stand.
It was the stand. How does that make sense? But hey, listen, it was a cursed stand. Okay, it's an evil stand that was sent here by an evil force to take you down, Chris. But now you sound perfect, mate. So let's just pretend this didn't happen. Let's pretend the show starts now. Welcome. Right, I'll see you all later.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Right, so I always work. Everyone, as I say, I'm a very practical. Yeah. If someone's got a direct question, I'd much prefer that to me just pulling cards at random. Does that make sense? So anyone that's watching.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I think if you can just tune into Layla Victory's energy and pull a card for her, because otherwise I'm going to have to find my cards and do just that. Because that's kind of what we do here. We don't really get people to. We do get some questions. But some people just say, would love a card. Let me see what else we've got here.
Everyone ask me questions. Ask me questions. I'm very practical. What do you want?
We'll get back to Layla Victory again. Nancy Ray is saying, what should I focus on for this year, 2025?
Right. I'm going to pull 3 quick cards. So first card is the 7 of Pentacles. Work, get your money up. Start storing, start saving. If you plant a seed in the ground, it will grow. Yeah? And that's what you have to remember. The harvest is not now, it's at the end of the year. This is the time, the spring, when we get everything planted, we get all our seeds in the ground, and we get everything going on. King of Swords, you must be strict with yourself and everyone else around you. You need to get really, really on the ball and know what you're doing. Yeah? Be orderly, be timely, and make sure that you have a plan and stick to your plan. And the last card there, 9 of Cups, everything will be wonderful if you just stick to the plan. Very simple.
That's lovely. Nancy Ray, let us know how that goes back in the chat. And I've got my gong today. Yay, here it is. So when there's feedback, as you all know, we get the gong. We get the feedback gong. So there we go. Hopefully that works really well. And let's go. Oh, we've got Indiana Farm Girl. Indiana Farm Girl, thank you so much. I know you're enjoying the show, and thank you so much for sharing the pictures of your beautiful crystals that you managed to get. Huge, huge, huge crystals. You're so lucky. That's wonderful. Enjoy, and thank you for the $20 super chat. So let's have a look. What else we got? We've got Rosebud. Chris, I would love a card. My physical heart. Will my physical heart be okay? And then there's a picture of a heart.
Okay. Health questions are always a bit of a sticky one with me, but I will try. Okay, to work around.
We need to say here that, which is required by YouTube rules, is that neither of us are clinicians and we're not trained doctors. Please ensure that you go and see your doctor and you obtain the correct medical procedures that our information is for entertainment purposes only, and we are not clinical.
That's correct. But what I will do is I'll try to have a little workaround and give you some practical good advice, as I'm a very practical person. So for this, the start. Right. Everything to do with your health starts inside. Yeah, inside your mind, inside your wishes, inside your feelings. If you feel stressed and you feel down, then that has a knock-on effect, and it becomes a physical. These things can become physical. So all I'm going to say about this is, if you feel or you're worried, the best thing you can do is raise your vibration, get yourself walking in the morning, get yourself out to the gym, get yourself swimming if you can, and that will make you happier. It will change your vibration, and there's a knock-on effect right through the body. Does that make sense?
Good. If that makes sense to you, please let us know. Thank you. We've got a comment from Helena Erickson. Lovely to see you all. I was wondering what is the cause for my swollen lymph at my neck that doesn't want to get better. So once again, try not to send too many clinical questions, because we're not really allowed to answer clinical questions. But I think have a look and pull some cards then for Helena, so that maybe something will come out in the cards.
There's certain rules that I have to stick by, you know. We don't really do readings on health. We don't really do readings on people passing. I mean, if you ask me, when am I going to pass away? I would never answer a question like that.
That's true.
You know, it's allowed in tarot. If that makes sense. There are rules. So, holidays, travel. Maybe you're in the wrong place. Maybe you need fresher air, cleaner water. Maybe you need to go out and change your environment, basically. And I think, again, there'll be a knock-on effect, and mental becomes physical. That answers the question.
I think that's a good workaround. It's a good workaround. Best we can do, which is fine. Let's have a look here, and let's see. Rosebud, we've answered. We've got Vanessa. Let's see what Vanessa says. Vanessa, thank you for the super chat. Nice to see you here. Hi there. I have 2 babies in spirit, but not sure if I lost more than that. So this is a question to understand whether or not there were more children or entities around the Vanessa person, if she perhaps had more than one individual that was with her and trying to walk with her, and maybe there was more than 1 or 2 individuals that had tried to walk with her and chosen her as her and the father person to be with her as a mother person in this life. So have a look and see if there's any numbers that come up in the cards, please.
What I'm going to do is, I've got these spiritual cards, spiritualist cards. They're the most beautiful thing. I don't talk to spirits, but this card says you surround yourself with loving animals. Don't be afraid. And the last card, that your spirits will always point you in the right direction. So I feel you have a lot of love around you. I don't feel these are ghosts. I feel like these are genuinely, good energy and good vibes, and you are watched and protected. If you find that you're feeling sad or lonely, I would really encourage you, if you haven't got pets, to get pets. Obviously, if you've got pets, then spend time loving your pets.
Can you hold up the 3 that you pulled up for Vanessa, so that Vanessa can see them? Just put them up on the screen where the camera is, so that she can see what they look like, because we always like to see what the cards look. Oh, that's very pretty. That's really pretty. And the next one. Oh, that's cute. That's lovely. I'm just going to put you on the big screen here. No, and it's got me on the big screen, so that's no good.
Oh, can you see me?
Yeah, just let me move it over. I'm going to make you bigger. Hold on. There we go. I will always point you in the right direction. Oh, isn't that lovely? So, Vanessa, that's your compass for your 2 spirit babies. Obviously, it will help you to be in the right direction. So that's really lovely. That's a lovely deck. What deck is it that you're using?
It is I think this came to me as a present. Do you know what? It hasn't got the name on there. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. I'd have to find the box. I've just got so many, and sometimes I do lose track of the names. So
yeah,
yeah.
Asria with her cards, she often, although she's getting good now, she's actually keeping the boxes. So that's good. It's always good to keep the boxes.
All in my box, but I need to actually find that particular box. So yeah, I have a.
That's all right. Don't worry. They just were so beautiful. So that's good. And then you said that you've got another box that you brought with you, another pack of cards. What cards are they?
They're just angel cards, but they are the most
nice.
weird and wonderful angel cards that I've ever seen in my whole life. I was at someone's house and basically they had these just sat on the side, and I was like, are they tarot cards? They were like angel cards. I was like, and I'm like, oh, angel cards, can't really tell you much. And I said, oh, go on, let me have a look at them. I started playing with them, and I was like, I'm gonna find them. And then one day I walked into a shop, and there they were, like they were meant to be mine. And I used them in every reading because they set people up to go in the right direction and give them always the right words. They are such wonderful cards, these cards. So 3 I've got out so far. 3 so far.
Oh, that's 3. Wow, that's fantastic. So Vanessa, I'm going to just tune into the energies around you and move some of those energies and push them out and see what is in your energy field and your toroidal field. So the toroidal field, I actually got energies walking with you in lifetimes. That actually there was more than 2. There was only 3, but these 3 were 3 souls that had chosen to walk with you. 2 came through as the babies, but the other one did not come through. But there were 3 originally. Must be individuals that you perhaps shared a past life with. So the 2 were definites. They already went back to the dimension that they came from. The 3rd one just remains there, and I think you'll probably meet that one at some point. Maybe they go across at some point too, but there was originally 3. 2 came and returned. So hopefully that answers that question for you, Vanessa. There might have been a time where perhaps you thought that you might have been expecting, and then you weren't expecting. So whatever it was very, very early. So let me know in the comments if you're happy to share that sort of information. And thank you so much for sending the super chat. That's really super. Thank you. We've spoken to Rosebud. We've got Nicola Jessup. So Nicola Jessup, we will get on to this one now. Just need to get this to work. There we go. It worked. Yay. So Nicola Jessup, thank you for the super chat. And she's asking, had a reading of Beverli. So Nicola had a reading with me before. But then Chris, advice on work and career. So if you want to pull some cards for Nicola on advice and on work and career, please.
I was just talking about these wonderful angel cards. I think I'm going to pull a few from here.
Use them. They're beautiful. They come up beautifully on the screen too.
Right. So first card we've got healing energy. Angelic, you are protected. Angelic protection. And strength and guidance, so you're on the right path. So when you need to be healed, and healing starts every day. If you are angry, or if you feel sad, or if you feel like work is getting you down, you must take your time to cleanse and heal. It's very important. That's the healing card.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Angelic protection, you are protected, right? And you mustn't forget that. You have beautiful, beautiful angels and spirits all around you. Yeah. And strength and guidance. So seek guidance, but be strong, be like a tree. Trees are strong, they've got deep roots, and the beautiful thing about a tree is they produce air, and they nourish, and they shelter, and they care, and a tree cares for every living being. Trees, as far as I'm concerned, trees do no wrong. And if you go to work and you become a tree, then, everything will be all right. Because you'll be seen as a protector, as a nurturer, as a carer, and most importantly at work, as a producer. Does that make sense?
That's lovely. I'm sure that will make sense. Work and career, Nicola, I think also if you are looking to change, which is probable, look at how you perceive yourself and how you project yourself through your CV and how you put that information out there, because you only have literally not even a couple of minutes to get the amazing energy that you have out to the person that's reviewing CVs. So change the CV if it's too wordy, or if it's not showing you in your